Good morning. It is Monday, February 24th. I'm your host, Amy Butchon Siegfried, and let's talk about what's happening this Monday, recapping the weekend and what you can expect the week ahead. First, let's start off with the GOAT herself. Mikaela Shiffrin had her record-extending 100th career World Cup race win on Sunday, and she fulfilled a quest put on hold by a serious crash that she had in November. You might remember she had a tumbling fall, which caused severe trauma to her oblique muscles and a deep puncture wound, which sidelined her for several weeks and left her with PTSD like anxiety about racing the giant slalom. Now she is the only skier to surpass 100 World Cup wins. Moving on to another winter sport, hockey. Steve Carell, Justin Bieber, Jeremy Roenick, Danny DeVito were among those who skated in a hockey benefit for LA Fire Relief Fund. Jeremy Roenick and Justin Bieber got into it, a little bit of a fun, friendly fight with Snoop Dogg yelling, "Whoop him," from the stands, as one does. Let's talk a little bit about basketball and baseball at the same time. Alex Rodriguez, well, he won a student $10,000 with a half-court shot. But meanwhile, his former team, the Yankees, changed their facial hair policy. Now let's talk about the facial hair policy first. The Yankees had a very strict no beard facial hair policy. You could have a mustache, probably from around the 80s-ish, the 80s mustache the Yankees players have had. They just added and let Yankees players have a well-groomed beard. So keep that in mind. Maybe that will be a cause to get a couple more players over to the Yankees. Now let's talk about A-Rod, the former Major League Baseball star. He showed his skill on the hardwood on Sunday, making half-court shot to win a Bucknell student $10,000. The 14-time All-Star was invited to take place during the halftime of the Bucknell's. The 14-time All-Star was invited to take a shot during the halftime of Bucknell's big win over Army. And A-Rod was in town to speak about his company, Jump Platforms. Let's move on to football and soccer. We've got a lot of combo packs today. J.J. Watt, well, his mouth may have written some checks his body can't cash. J.J. Watt, who is part owner of Burnley FC, which is a soccer team, might have to come out of retirement if James Trafford, his club's goalkeeper, keeps playing out of his mind. In January, Watt posted some messages between he and Trafford where the goalkeeper said to Watt, "Hey, you have to come out of retirement and play for the Cincinnati Bengals." And Watt said, "If you don't allow a goal for the rest of the season, it's a deal." Well, Trafford hasn't allowed a goal since recording his 12th straight shutout game on Friday. JJ Watt, maybe you might be ending up back with the Cincinnati Bengals. Two quick other points. Patrick Mahomes switches up his signature look for a new short hairstyle after his big Super Bowl loss. And of course, if you're a fan of Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN, that will be no longer after this year. ESPN and Major League Baseball are breaking up, which means the end of Sunday Night Baseball. If you're a fan of Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN, it will be no longer after this upcoming season. ESPN and Major League Baseball are breaking up, which means the end of Sunday Night Baseball. The two entities mutually agreed to part ways and end their national television deal after the 2025 season. Coming up this week, we have the NFL Combine, which is the Underwear Olympics. So tune into Wednesday's podcast for more about the Underwear Olympics, the world's worst job interview. We'll see you here for Wednesday Wisdom and then again on Friday. In the meantime, check us out at lastnightsgame.com or on social at Last Night's Game. Have a great week.